Now to a CBS 2 investigation into light poles crumbling in neighborhoods across the city. Thousands leaning or rusted out. We've been showing you the damage and injuries fallen light poles have caused for years now. And for the first time, CBS 2 investigator Dave Savini got a hold of city data showing just how big this problem is.
We got a lamp post hanging. It's going to fall into traffic.
They are a critical component of public safety, lighting up neighborhoods, helping to keep the streets safe.
Nothing but rust.
But we found they are so poorly maintained, they are also creating a danger.
The light pole just fell on the student.
The way this pole is rusted out so bad at the base, it can topple over or fall over onto a house, a car, or even a person.
It's clearly corroded at the base, fell over.
You're lucky you weren't in the car.
Yes.
Just rusting through all the way around the base.
And we now know for the first time CDOT, the Chicago Department of Transportation responsible for maintaining them, was warned years ago about exactly which poles it needed to repair or replace immediately.
What's your biggest fear?
I mean, it's about public safety.
So I see the holes, and it definitely doesn't seem sound.
We discover CDOT paid a private company $2.5 million in 2017 and 18 to survey all of the city's light poles, but then tried to keep the findings private. The CBS 2 investigators fought for the records and ultimately obtained the raw data. We analyzed it and found of the city's 330,000 light poles, more than 33,000, or 10%, were rated as the worst.
That's a scary number.
Dr. Sammy Tin heads the University of Arizona Materials Science and Engineering Department and was formerly a professor at the Illinois Institute of Technology.
Aging infrastructure, deferred maintenance are tremendous issues.
We brought him to look at this pole on the 2700 block of East 92nd Street.
There's quite a significant amount of corrosion at the base.
It's leaning.
A hazard right in front of James Garland's home in Chicago's Calumet Heights neighborhood.
If they're not going to fix it, we can't do nothing but worry about it.
The CDOT survey warned this one had major rust and leaning issues. That warning was back in 2017.
And it's still here.
Yeah, 4 years later, we're still here. This looks pretty bad to me. This is a light pole that needs to be fixed immediately.
This is a weld. This is where the pole meets the weld.
All this is separating.
Deborah Chester lives on Wentworth Avenue in the Roseland neighborhood. She knew the light pole problems were bad, but didn't know how bad.
This is one of 1,000 poles in Roseland.
Just Roseland.
Just Roseland.
The CBS 2 investigators mapped the locations of the worst rated light poles from the CDOT survey and found Roseland had the most with 1,118.
You live in the #1 neighborhood for bad light poles.
It don't make me feel good about it.
Number 2 on the list is the Norwood Park community, where we found poles like this one bolted to bases that are rusted through.
947 of those badly rated poles were here.
And then there's this one, also in Norwood Park. It's not only leaning, but take a look at the base.
The city was warned years ago about this one too, yet it's still here, right next to Norwood Park Elementary School.
That nut to that bolt has rusted away. And so is this one.
The Ashburn neighborhood ranks third with 860 of the worst rated poles. Fourth is Portage Park, 843. And in fifth place is Inglewood, 797.
Well, we've definitely prioritized the worst of the worst.
But have they? Tom Carney is CDOT's deputy commissioner.
But currently, ballpark figure, how many poles need to be replaced?
I don't know.
That was more than 100 days ago. And CDOT still hasn't told us exactly how many of those 33,000 bad poles are still out there.
So this was the base to the pole, and it snapped, and the pole fell and is over there now.
Correct.
There are also questions about the accuracy of the 2017-18 CDOT survey and why poles like this one in the Little Village neighborhood were not identified as bad. This one snapped at the base 2 months ago in Raul Montez's neighborhood.
Negligence.
You're saying there were people walking by, children?
That's correct. I mean, what if it would have hit them? Somebody would have probably got killed.
Google Earth images of the pole show it's been rusted at the base since 2015.
But when the city did the survey, the category for rust was listed as only a routine amount. Is the survey going to cut it?
Probably not.
Dr. Tin said for many poles, more than a survey needs to be done to really understand the extent of the problems.
We don't know what's going on under these covers.
Moisture and road salt get trapped under the different type of metal covers, causing hidden corrosion, as we found with this Mount Greenwood pole, where the anchor bolts have crumbled.
I would have recommended that they remove these covers and actually inspect the bolts for the corrosion that exists.
The femur was shattered.
A pole with a different kind of metal cover, a decorative one, snapped and fell on Maya Kirk in the Loop in 2019.
It was excruciating. I mean, it just isn't, it's something I've never experienced before.
Look at all that rust underneath that cover. Hard to believe 2 years earlier, the CDOT survey gave this pole a passing grade.
The thing is, these poles can kill somebody, and I'm lucky to be alive.
We reported all of the bad poles we found over the past few months to CDOT, including the one we showed you here next to a school and playground in Norwood Park. No one from CDOT would sit down with us to talk to us about this story on camera, but they did say they did replace about 1,600 poles from that survey. Dave Savini, CBS 2 Investigators.
You can find out how many bad light poles are in your neighborhood. We have an interactive map on cbschicago.com. Now, late today, CDOT did say the survey found 33,000 light poles that were rated as having concerning levels of rust or leaning or damage, though they don't consider those to be major dangers. Meanwhile, thousands of new poles are slated to be installed. You can see more from CDOT on our website, too. Just click on Investigators.